Good morning. So it's been a little bit since I've given you a video, so I wanted today to just briefly give you an explanation. So one of the things that you're working on is your on-demand. By the way, my in class, we have just not gotten to um, finishing our vocabulary definitions, so we are going to finish that today, so your vocabulary practice will be pushed to tomorrow. Now, that being said, your on-demand is asking, are utopias possible? So in your thesis, hopefully you have responded with something like utopias are possible because, or utopias are not possible because. So I wanted to talk to you just briefly about your body paragraphs. So in a body paragraph, I always want to use the 3.8 format, which is something like this, where I give a topic sentence. So might say like, to begin, utopias are possible because of, or utopias are not possible because of the cost. So then I would want to back it up. So I want to talk about a mini reason that utopias are not possible because of the cost. So maybe something like utopias just aren't sustainable because in the long run, they'll cost too much. And then I would want to support that by giving some details. So maybe, for example, purchasing houses, cars, food, etc., would wind up costing the government of your utopia too much money, causing its ultimate failure or ultimate demise, if we wanted it to sound cool. So what I'm going to do is attach two examples for you. So this first one, we have my topic sentence to begin with. School should have recess because it will decrease health problems for students. Then they go into their first reason. To start, students have less recess, or students that have less recess will have less sickness. More activity for students means less sickness for them. In that sentence, what has happened is I have given the point. So students that have recess will have less sickness. That's the point. Then by using sentence variety, I have an extra sentence. So recess or more activity for students means less sickness for them. That's my supporting detail. So you can do that with a semicolon by connecting two independent thoughts. So two sentences, I can connect them with a semicolon. So one of the things that I can do is connect my 2 and 3, my point 1 and my supporting details. A lot of the times in class, I'll reference it as I'll have a reason and evidence. So that's what I mean, that I'm giving a mini reason. Students that have recess will have less sickness, and then I'm backing it up with evidence. More activity for students means less sickness for them. So then you can see it's been done again. Furthermore, recess will provide opportunities for students to be less active, which will decrease obesity. That's my reason. So I'm going to back it up with evidence. Since obesity is one of the leading problems with children, this will hopefully help cut down on it. Now, if I go up to my top paragraph, so this is just another 3.8. I'm going to try to scroll my computer so slow when I do these. So you can find the topic sentence, women should have equal salary pay compared to men. Then it goes into its first piece of evidence. So it's flipped its reason and its evidence. So the evidence is first, according to the article World Cup Champions. So it cited the article, it says, and then it gives the evidence. So then we have to explain. So it's going to talk about the evidence. Women in the soccer community are reimbursed distinctly less than men, but yet they are still providing the same amount of work. So it's backing up why they need the equal pay. And it's backing up and explaining that piece of text evidence. So one of the things that I would encourage you guys to do is to pull text evidence from the articles that Ms. Turner and I gave you. So any of those articles, try to pull text evidence out. Ideally, you'd want to try to give at least a piece of text evidence per paragraph. So when I'm looking at my formats right here, either in your point or supporting detail could be your text evidence. I would normally say it like this. I give my reason, and then I give my evidence. This is the link too that I deleted. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at today when we're looking in class at our 3.8 paragraphs. So if you have any questions on 3.8 paragraph writing, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to email me today. If you want me to just glance over one example paragraph to make sure you're doing it right, I'd be more than happy to. So again, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, you should be making sure in your intro you have a good hook. You have some background information, so just even telling me what utopias are, and then you have your thesis, and then you can start beginning your body paragraphs. So I think yesterday too, I made the mistake on your assignment of saying that you would just need 5 paragraphs. Because this is an argument, you would need your counter. I don't know where my brain was at. So it was a Monday, daylight savings time Monday. So that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so your task, finish your on demand ultimately by tomorrow end of day. That would be the due date. So you have plenty of time to get it done. And again, just let me know if you need any questions. I would also encourage you to use Grammarly to check yours at the very end of everything, because sometimes Google's just is not a good spell check and grammar check. I'm very honest. So I will talk to you guys later, and email me if you need anything.